Welcome to Smash Writing. I am Paul. This is Justin. We are back with another episode of Original versus Remake. Good God. Today's Original versus Remake is Suspiria. What? I don't even give a shit about getting this name right. Criticize me all you want. This.
They will.
This. You know, sometimes we pick winners and sometimes we pick losers. And then there's this. Justin, explain how you found, what...
I mistook this for Rear Window.
Okay.
So normally how we do things on here is I give long-winded plots and then we get into pros and cons.
And then we spring in some little conversations about the plot.
Yeah.
Justin usually has cue cards.
Yeah.
Little cards. I got my little handy-dandy notebook that
has nothing on it.
Yeah. Keeping it simple. Actually, the fun fact is, what Justin don't see is actually I have, things that I type up for...
But I can't do that here. Because, despite the fact I watched these movies yesterday, I don't actually know what happened.
I don't...
In any of them. Either of them. I don't... 4 hours of movie, I don't know a thing that happened.
So, okay, I want to take a crack at the first one. From watching it, I get the gist that it's about a dance student, right? She comes to, I guess, this famous dancing school in Berlin or some shit like that. On her... And this one came out, the original came out, what, in 76?
77.
77? Alright. So she gets the cab ride, and on her way to cab ride, she sees something in the woods. Appears to be somebody running.
Yeah, it's a student who's being expelled. She's fleeing.
Yeah. She gets to the dance school, and this is where my mind kind of goes blank, because they, shut the door on her, and then, the next thing she goes back there, and they welcome her in or something.
Well, no, they shut the door on the woman who's expelled. They didn't even open the door for Susan.
Okay.
And, well, the one who was expelled is killed. Her friend is killed. Susan is accepted, and she's going to live with Olga, but then she's not living with Olga anymore. She's living at the studio dance hall. And the main crux is that this dance hall is doing, witchcraft in the basement kind of deal.
Right.
And they're feeding off of the girls to become stronger. And Susan figures it out. Her friend figures it out first, though, and she's killed. And then they possess the body of her friend and try to attack Susan. But Susan sees the outline of the witch, stabs her in the neck, killing off everyone, and the building burns down. That's the end of the movie. The remake is very similar, just way more in depth of what's going on.
And way fucking longer.
The ending is, they think that they're re-healing Mother Marco, but whatever they're actually doing is they've incidentally awoken Mother Suspiria, who kills everyone, and is going to, she erases the one guy's memory so he doesn't have any memory of what happened and he will live happily, and that's the remake in 30 seconds.
And why this film was 2.5 hours?
It's surreal.
It's...
Both of these movies, I think, suffer from one thing, and that is being slow burn movies. Now, in order to do a slow burn movie, you have to keep that flame lit and slowly burning till the payday. And for my money, and for what I think, this candle burns out several times. To the point where I've lost all focus until something weird happens, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I don't get it.
So, here's the crazy part is, so, there is something that I at least liked about the original. The sound score.
No, the score actually fucking started getting on my nerves.
I think, there was a couple where, I think, in the end, yeah, but, I guess the Italian, because it was this is an Italian movie.
Yeah.
The touch of the Italian tone was there, like the
If
sound.
I had to hear their soundtrack one more time, kind of deal.
Yeah, I mean, this was done one and done. Like, it wasn't like something I could hear again because, like, here I am, in my game area watching, and we're here in the office too, and this every time, like, I had to turn the TV up to hear them fucking talk, and I was watching this movie at like late at night, so my room and my daughter's room's like right above my TV, so like, turn it down. But as bad as I thought the first film was, good God, the remake was. I mean, I think because of the length, like
No, I don't think either of them were bad. I think the surrealism and the abstractness of all of them became something to a conglomerated mess in my brain. To the point where I was like, I don't know what you're doing. Like, I know what you're going for, and I know what you're trying to do, but it has become so convoluted that I can't take it anymore.
Right.
You're frying my brain here. And, like, if I have to see one more up-close shot of your mouth, I will kill you.
The remake, I will say, like, the remake had a good, like, little twist of, like, Olga getting, like, when Susan was dancing.
Yeah.
Like, that was alright.
I know it was twisted and everything, but it's like, come on, she would have died immediately. And it's like, no, the supernatural powers are not going to keep you from not bleeding out.
And collecting pee.
Like, what is going on?
Like I said, I got the plots of the movies. Witchcraft, dancing, American Student.
Yeah.
I got all that, but, like, literally, everything in between was just a clusterfuck. And it was so bad that I was just like, and I'm going to agree, like, I was, like, toning myself out, and, like, literally, the crazy thing is, I wanted to watch the remake last night, but I watched it this morning, and, like, as I'm watching it, I'm like, is this over yet? And I kept pausing to see how much time was left, and I'm like, what the hell is this?
So
2.5 hours?
It's only been 15 minutes. Come on. I ended up watching, like, an hour and a half of it last night, turning it off, watching Casino Royale, and then finishing it.
And Burn Notice.
Yeah. And I watched it Burn Notice, and like, good lord. It's like every step was an inch in this movie.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, I'm just going to say my winner here. Let's do grades. Grade the movies real quick.
The original, F.
Oh, stop there, though. Let me put the card on there. I'm going to give the original a C.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to give the original one a C. I'll explain why after I give the grades for the remakes.
Alright.
Remake grade.
Remake grade, I'm... you know what? I'm going to probably give it a D minus.
I'm going to give the remake a C.
Okay.
And I'm giving them both the same grade. Because while this movie is 100% not for me, none of it. None of it's for me. I think they're painting in a brush that I don't care for, but other people are going to love this. So I'm just going to take a mulligan.
Alright.
And I'm going to give the winner to the remake because of the cast.
Yeah.
And you had a stacked cast. Like Tilda Swinton. You had Chloe Grace Montez.
Mm-hmm.
Dakota Johnson. You had a stacked fucking cast.
And the one, like, so as much as I really don't like these films, you know, the remake got a little bit because, like, yeah.
The story's a bit more followable. You can follow the story.
You could follow the story more. They did, like, you got to see, like, they were dancing. But, like, the clusterfuck of the witches stuff was just too much, and flashback scenes, and the remake had that you know, some good kill scenes if you want to go with that. And I guess that was the saving grace from, like, me saying, like, these films were both F for me. And it, if they would have been, I don't know how I would have been able to pick a winner, but I think one of the biggest things was just the length of this film for me. It just killed me with 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So, original F, remake D. My winner is the remake.
Yeah, we're both going remake.
And I will never watch these films in my life again.
No, dear God, no.
In fact, the only time I'll ever remember that we did this is because of this video.
That said,
this may be our shortest original versus remake.
oh dear God, yes.
Yeah. And ours can get long, too, because they're definitely when there's so many films.
Well, talking about Chloe Montez, she was a part of our longest remake versus original, and Carrie.
Yeah, and now she's part of the shortest one.
The shortest.
How quickly it flipped on her. But that is our episode for today. Do we have one picked out for
No, I haven't picked out the next one yet.
Okay. Until next time.
Bye-bye.